I don't think this thing's ever been shot, so we're going to run a dry patch down here just to pull any oil that might be in there out. It's a little bit dirty. Actually has a little bit of black in there. It's definitely not gunpowder. Don't stink enough. I'm excited. Go ahead and put my ears in. We'll prime this sucker up. Put a ball down range. A good safe way to start is for every caliber you do a grain of black powder. So I'm going to loosen this and we are going to go out to 50. Right about there. Sorry if the camera didn't want to focus. And all I'm going to do is planking. I doubt I'm going to do much hunting, so I'm going to sight this in on a low charge. Plus, a lower charge is going to be a little quieter for the neighbors. Actually using 3F, they recommend 2F for anything 45 caliber and up. And since this is a 50 caliber, I would be using 2F. It hasn't got here yet, so 3F will be fine. Down the tube with the powder. Get my patch and ball. And I'm using Hornady 490 size balls. I'm gonna use these pre-lubed 10/1000 inch patches. Should make for a nice snug fit. Patch and ball. I think I could do 15/1000 inch patch. That's a pretty loose fit right there. All right, let's prime this sucker up. Now, I don't know exactly how far off that rifle is, but what I'm gonna be aiming for is right below that little hole right there. All right, let's see here. And I think what I wanna do is go ahead and all I gotta do is lift up on this buckhorn sight and this guy will slide down and that's what holds it up. That looks pretty close. Let's try that. Let's see here. Might have to get down on the ground for this. Dang. I think that 50 grains might be enough. Let's check it out. By golly, it flattened that 50 caliber round ball out. There's my finger. And we wasn't far off target. I think I actually pulled that. Let's try it again. Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and run a patch down the barrel between shots. I don't think it's necessary, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't see mouse activity over there yet. Uh-oh, lost a patch. I have to get that patch puller out. I thought that felt a little loose. I probably need to do about 2 or 3 patches thick. This is my patch puller. Sometimes they look like a worm. Good focus. And on your range rod, and actually the wooden rod that comes with the gun, you can thread that end off, thread this guy on, and run down in there and hopefully pull that patch out. See? Let's see if we can get him. And I'm just gonna spin it as I go down in there. Oh, I felt it. There it is. Not too bad a fouling. I think more young people should get into this because this goes back to our heritage. This, I didn't mention it yet, but this is my Kentucky Pedersoli. Actually, it's a Pedersoli Hawken rifle Flintlock version. These were made by the Hawken brothers in some year that I don't remember because I'm not a historian, but I am an enthusiast. Is that not beautiful? I just don't think modern guns are beautiful like this. So the way that this rifle works is you can set the trigger at any time. Right now it's got a pretty heavy trigger, and I'm not going to do trigger pulls and all that stuff. We're not going to overcomplicate it. But when you cock it, you've got loaded, you've primed your pan, then you can pull this back and you can choose to set it. You may be able to hear it. And then you just barely touch this trigger and it sets this powder off in the priming pan. It goes through the flash hole, igniting the charge that's inside the barrel, sending the projectile out. Modern bullets have, you know, primer, everything's encased in one shot, but this is amazing. Absolutely beautiful. My wife got this for my 41st birthday. She knocked it out of the park. Thank you, sweetheart. I've got a piece of cardboard on the ground I'm putting this gun on because number one, it's brand new and I'm gonna be picky about it, but also it's been raining a lot and the ground is a little bit muddy. So let's go ahead and charge this up with another 50 grains. I don't put my face over that barrel because if there's an ember in there for some reason, I haven't ever seen it happen, but it's bound to happen. And it flashes out of there, I don't want to be on the receiving end of it. I think that's pretty good. Thing's still swinging a little. Shot number 2. Let's shoot a third shot. Same charge, same patch, same ball. See if we get pretty consistent. Well, I wasn't really counting. I had 2 or 3 flashes in the pan, which means that it just flashed, but it didn't ignite the charge on the inside. So I took my vent pick and I felt in there, and that powder felt really, really tight before it punched through, but then it went off on, or it actually fired on the next shot. And I'm thinking this 3F, it must be easy to get it too compacted, and maybe it just doesn't let that flash get into the powder good enough. You guys that are more experienced, please comment. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I've got thick skin. Any insight that you can give to help me is also going to help other viewers that are reading in the comments. Like I say, I've shot a whole lot of modern rifles, but I'm pretty fresh into black powder. I am absolutely loving it, but I'm sure I've got a lot to learn. Charge this guy back up again with some 50 grains. I like this thing because I can kind of feather it. Let's see if I can show you guys. Let's see if I can show y'all. Can you see that powder pouring in? I'm definitely excited to get the 2F in. It's my understanding it's a little quieter, and we'll see how it does as far as ignitions. But what is the biggest difference between 2F and 3F when it comes to rifles? There again, you guys that are more experienced, comment for me. And when we end out, I'll shoot the pistol again, just for the folks that didn't see the previous video, they'll get to see that. And I don't know how long I'll keep using these pre-lubed patches. I've already ordered some unlubed, and I'll just be doing spit patches in probably the next video. See how I like those. So I'm not gonna really jam this down hard this time. 2 should be enough. I usually see people do 3 hits. All right, let's prime this sucker, see what happens. I'm not going for any marksmanship awards, that's for sure. I just want to get out here and plank. Maybe spot the really unlucky squirrel. Let's see if this one flashes in the pan. Well, do it quiet off of the rest. I'll do it offhand here. Whew. Yes. Well, I still only see 2 hits. Let's see if we can figure out which one's which. All right. I'm pretty sure we hit this spot twice. I'm pleased with that. Now, I'm not going to go crazy with like getting into reenacting, and obviously I just like wearing the Western hat. It's closer to period, but it's nothing like the period, so don't think I'm trying to do that. But I think it would be fun to dress up in period correct clothing like I see other guys doing, to really get a feel of what it was like back in the days, in the era of this rifle and this Flintlock pistol. And I'm thrilled that I have this matching set, both from Pedersoli. This is Pedersoli's model of a Hawken rifle. I love both of them. I'm looking forward to shooting both of them a lot. And for planking, just for reference again, I'm not telling you guys to do this, but I am comfortable doing 50 grains of black powder in my rifle, and I'm going to be doing 30 grains of black powder in my pistol. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.